7.5 million Australians last month took to the street in the world's largest climate protests. Take, for example, ANU student Isla. She's currently the Greens rep at Johns College on campus, and recently she went to the protest to strike alongside other climate-conscious students. She was demanding more action on climate change and would like to see more avenues for effective climate action for individuals. One avenue she could take is install solar on the roof of Johns College. And after speaking with her principal, she learned that the college doesn't actually have the budget or the funds to install solar themselves. Isla will shortly be graduating ANU and will be moving back to Sydney. And after speaking with friends and recent alumni, she found that they too would love to see solar installed on the roof of Johns College. They would even be happy to chip in their own money, so long as it was in the form of an investment and they would see a return. There exists a growing and popular model called community energy, which allows community members to come together to initiate, raise funds, own, manage, and benefit from renewable energy projects. However, this is often after many years of lengthy financial and legal hassle, which makes it out of reach of busy and transient young people such as Isla at Johns College. This is where Solar Campus comes in. The Solar Campus model makes it easy through a simple financial structure that is scalable to other renewable energy systems, removing the initial startup barriers currently faced. Solar Campus provides a solution to communities like Johns College, enabling staff, student and alumni to access a simple financial and legal framework to invest their own money to install solar panels on the roof of Johns College. The electricity generated by the solar panels is then consumed directly on site at Johns College. Solar Campus will bill Johns College for that electricity at a discounted rate from standard grid prices. Solar Campus then takes a small management fee before passing on the profits back to the initial community investors in the form of a solar dividend.
In the last 12 months, Solar Campus has progressed in a number of meaningful ways. Firstly, we've validated our idea by winning the Sebring CO2 hackathon. Secondly, we've spoken to and received signatures of over 100 ANU students and 170 Johns students. We've received the in-principle support of the Johns principal, and next month we'll be presenting an executive summary to their board for approval to begin financing and installation of solar panels. Fourthly, we've set up the company, conducted marketing, and also received legal and financial advice. We've also had the opportunity to speak with other community energy project leaders, including Lawrence McIntosh, who's the founder of Canberra-based Solar Share. Our goal for the next 12 months is to obtain grants that will allow us to build a financial platform and an investment platform. Secondly, to be able to obtain a financial license that will allow us to create, market and sell financial products. Thirdly, to be able to raise the money required for our first project at Johns College. And finally, to be able to onboard 5 solar projects onto our platform by December 2020. Our growth vision is to be able to become the largest solar investment platform in Australia, not only for community projects, but also for commercial rooftops. Secondly, to be able to provide our members with an investment platform that allows them to easily track their financial and environmental returns. And finally, to empower communities to take a direct action on climate change. Our team consists of Mark, who's a renewable energy engineering student at the ANU, who has 3 years of experience working at Reposit Power and has considerable networks in the renewable energy sector. And myself, Aaron Z, a law and commerce student at the ANU, been working in government for the last 2 years and have networks in the financial, accounting and legal sector. Our ask is 15 grand to provide us with the funds required for our minimum viable product. If, however, we receive 10 grand, we'll still be able to progress, but it'll be much slower and we'll also have to finance through other means. We are Solar Campus. We're empowering communities through solar energy. We hope you can help us build the renewable communities of the future.
Congratulations, so getting first, and that was a really sleek pitch. Can you, so firstly, is it a social enterprise or a not-for-profit, or is it a for-profit organisation? And can you explain to me the return on investment for students or investors?
Sure, it's a for-profit, to answer your first question. And the students will essentially invest as shareholders and then receive a return on the investment from the electricity sold to the organisation.
I've got a follow-up question. So where do you get your finance to actually finance the project, and what return do they expect?
So all of the funds we hope to raise from the local community through staff, students and alumni, in particular for the Johns College. And the returns that we've currently looked at and we've talked through with the ANU administration, we'd be looking at around 5% returns for those community investors.
Right. Can I just, a riff on Glenn's question, are we talking about a cooperative, or is this going to be an equity? So what exactly is the mechanism for the membership?
Great question. So we've explored a number of different avenues. Currently we've found that a unit trust would be the most scalable avenue for multiple projects into different regions.
Can you talk me through why your investors need to be site-specific? So why does it need to be the students and staff of Johns College or whatever it is, whatever asset you're going to plonk one on? Why can't it be an organisation that sort of aggregates whatever the asset is, and once finances are raised, you search for sites?
So it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. For it to start, we believe that it's better for the community to have that engagement. You know, they're in that building all of the time. There's a community that revolves around it. With Johns College, for example, they've got a large alumni network. You know, they've had thousands of students go through there over the 50 years that they've been there, and a lot of them like that tangible link to have to the college. So it's not only the people who are in and out of that building all the time.
Can I ask, you said you'll charge a small fee, that's your business model. How small? Can you be specific?
So we've got a bit of an example on our business model and our revenue streams. So we'd be seeking to charge, and we would include that in the initial fundraising from the community project, which would cover any of the non-repeatable financial and legal services for setting up that particular unit trust. We'd also charge a management fee, which includes our responsibility of looking after the sole asset through its lifetime. So we'd be taking a fee that's basically the insurance premium to make sure things operate safely, so we can pay for the replacements and continue operating. And the final revenue stream would be at a later stage with our investment platform. If people seek to trade shares with perhaps new students moving in, then they're able to do that through our platform, and there'd be a small transaction fee on that.
So in the example you gave us, what is the revenue annually?
So we'd be seeking to make around, with price and per megawatt basis, on a per megawatt of installed capacity, we'd be looking at between 20 grand and 50 grand per megawatt of installed capacity.
And how will you sell? So how will you get new customers?
So our plan of attack is to go to schools in the ACT, retirement villages and hospitals that don't currently have solar, and also to approach existing community energy groups who are struggling through that initial financial and legal hurdles.
Just one more question about installation. Are you the installers of the technologies or infrastructure, or do you have a partner, a partner company that does that?
They'll be contracted out. So we've already approached one solar installer, and they've given us a quote. There's a number in Canberra that we can go through.
1 minute left. What can you tell me that you've learned from some of the other community solar projects in Canberra and in our region?
There's a number of, in terms of your initial question about how we'd set up the company structure, so there are some that have gone through a cooperative model. There's some which have just completely made it a not-for-profit, others that have gone through a standard like proprietary limited company. So in terms of that, we've chosen unit trust as the most scalable option. Also engaging with alumni. So there's a renewable energies community project in England called Unisolar at University College London. And we've been in contact with them. And it's taken them a number of years as well to get this project up and going. So yeah, just picking their brains and finding out how the operation is undergoing.
Final ask to the audience. We've put some QR codes under your seats. If you'd like to go to the quiz that's on there will help us find new communities to help. Thank you very much.
Thank you.